I would love to play first. Thank you for asking, Magic Online. Yeah, Sin looks great, right? Like, Thoughtseize them on one, Fatal Push their first thing, Lingering Souls. What you got over there? What you got? What you got? What you got? Oh, you have a spell. Oh, you have Tron. Oh, dead. We can never win, right? I assume we can never win. It's like dirty Tron players gonna have mono gas off the top of their deck. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, my body is ready to die. Modern's great. Build a sweet metagaming mid-range deck. Immediately play against Tron. So, fun fact for those of you that have never played Modern before. Tron is the reason we can't have nice things. Tron is the reason why every time you build something sweet and kind of interesting, you're just like, oh man, my pile of kind of interesting mid-range cards that could be competitive, it can't compete with Tron, so it's garbage. Absolute trash. Yay, Modern. Have a turn 3 card. It's like, well, okay, sure, yeah. Why not? Why not? Woo! Kept 6 lands, 1 spell, got Thoughtseize, played a card on 3. Magic is fun. Modern is fun. Woo! Modern. Woo! Modern. Should we just concede the match? I guess we'll try. We'll give it the old college try. We'll bring in the surgicals, assuming we could like Fulminator their thing and like surgical them, but like we don't even have enough cards to bring into this matchup. Yeah, nothing. There's no chance. 0%. Alright, maybe like 1.5%, but still very, very low probability of winning. And this is why when people talk about Modern being fun, I'm just like, I don't know if I agree with you. I don't know if I agree with you. Yeah, sure, keep. I mean, it's not like any of our cards do anything that matter, so, you know. Cast Inquisition. Take Expedition Map, I guess. Hey, any day I didn't have to pay to spew in Modern, this is why we don't pay we'll play $12 leagues with my money. Alright, let's go ahead and Thoughtseize you. This format is super high variance. I think we're just supposed to keep them off of Trod pieces to the best of our ability. You can't really keep them off of anything very effectively, but, you know, it's what it is. Maybe run some lands off here, draw lands for the next, like, 4 draws, be okay. And by that I mean he's going to play a Sylvan Scrying here and a second Trod piece. I'll concede the match if he goes Trod piece, Sylvan Scrying. Oh good, God bless. God bless us, everyone. They missed for a turn. Yeah, magic. Magic is fun. Oh. Man, decks that aren't Grixis Silver are so lame. They're so... They don't have any card draw in them. Yeah, sure, man. You do you. Alright, ready to brick and die. Ooh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Are we doing it, fam? I feel like we might be doing it, fam. Alright, so we're going to play this Fulminator Mage. And we're going to attack a couple times. We're not going to blow the Fulminator Mage until they have 2 Tron pieces in play, because this is our pressure. That's the game plan. It's not a good game plan. We're not, like, happy with ourselves, but, like, it's the only game plan we got, really. For subscribers, I will play your deck list for a $12 donation, because that is the cost of a league. For a non-subscriber, it is $20. I reserve the right to refuse any donation deck list if they're stupid. And stupid is a subjective metric that I get to measure personally. And then I'm just casting this Lingering Souls because I need to put pressure on the table. Do I consider blue-black cycling stupid? I'd have to look at it. Feel free to link me a deck list off stream on Twitter or something and ask me, is this something you'd play if I sent you money? Why even make me click? Why are Tron players dicks? Why you gotta be a dick? Why you gotta make me click on my card if you're just gonna blow your relic up anyways? Why? Why you gotta make me go through it? You're just gonna card me and I'm gonna cry silently in the corner. Why you gotta be so mean? Why you have to be mean? Why would you play the Seagate rec? I guess you're gonna use the Sea. No, you can't even use the Sea. That seems like a missed sequence, right? Like they could have played another Tron piece this turn. Because like now they can't have Tron for 2 more turns. It seems like it was a mistake on my opponent's part. I mean, we're dead. I'm just gonna go on to the next match here. I don't even know. I should have just conceded after the first game. And that's like, you know, like I said, like even the good decks in Modern, like there's some amount of matchups where just like you sit down across from the table and you're like, well, my opponent beat me during deck registration today. And like that's what makes Modern kind of a frustrating format from a competitive aspect. It's just like there doesn't exist a deck in the format where you can't get beaten during deck registration essentially. Yeah, the good old Hearthstone hand. Yeah, I mean, like, this is our bed. We're just gonna, like, lie down in it. I think I have to bottom that looking for a 1 or a 2 drop. We're gonna bottom that looking for a 1 or a 2 drop. Basic Plains, God bless. Marsh Flats, deal. It's gonna suck when they play Leonin Arbiter that I didn't lead on this, but I think we're supposed to lead on the Godless Shrine. We don't know that they're playing a 8-Bears deck. No, someone else paid. This is a donation deck list, so we are in the competitive leagues to let them see what their deck does against deck lists that people are willing to spew more money on. I mean, be competitive with. Mystic Gate. Okay, blue-white control. Good. There's a reason our opponent is 0-2. People often ask me for my opinion on the blue-white control. I do not think it's very good. Grab the old Blood Crypt here. Blood Crypt-a-Rooney. Ajani Vengeant, sure. We're just going to start running our stuff in here. Here's Malingering Souls. There are many souls, but these ones are mine. And this deck just has like a red splash in the main deck. We don't have any double red cards. We got a couple double white and a couple double black, but the red is very much the splash in this deck. So next turn we can just fetch another basic swamp and stick a Johnny down their throat. Yep. Negate. Alright. Deal. I'm looking forward to locking down that Mystic Gate. Johnny got a little winky eye there, like, that Mystic Gate is not untapping. Oh, I have double red at the 6 drop. Sure. Sure. We'll probably hit more lands before then. Famous last words. To be fair, this deck has 8 ways to kill a 1-mana 8/8 in the main deck. So, like, I feel like you're probably okay against Death Shadow on average. that's a good one. What you got over there, opponent? Mendelian Click. Yep. That's fine. Nope. This is a donation deck list, Burgle, so I didn't pay for this one, so we're in the competitive league. We basically just instant conceded to Tron. What's the next paper event on your radar? Probably the Invitational at the end of the year, honestly. Cryptic Command, Tech Edge, Ghost Quarter. God, my body is ready to get Tech Edged. Holy crap. Probably just this Cryptic Command, right? Yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna use this to shoot this. I'm gonna flash this back. You know what's really great when you're trying to cast 6 mana spells? Getting land destroyed. Do you think something right now for Modern is bad worthy? My current opinion on Modern is that I think the managing of the current Modern ban list is comical at best. I think it's really awkward that some of the things that exist in the format are allowed to exist while other things we say are banned. Like, why is Dredge and Tron okay, but like Summer Bloom's not okay, and like Raiden Flame's not okay? So like take a stand like one way or another, Watsy. Like, don't tell me X is not okay, but like Y is fine, when like Y is equally degenerate with X. We do. Yep, so we can put a charge counter on here. Get an extra mana source here. Yep, I would. Beginning of your pre-combat main phase. Alright, what do we want to run into a negate is the question here. I think it's a Chandra. Like, something's getting Snapcaster negated here. I think it's this pretty lady. Oh, there's a Cryptic in the bin. I forgot about a Cryptic in the bin. Azintas with the $4.99 resubscription. Thank you very much. I appreciate the continued support. Welcome. Or the new support. It's a new subscription. Yeah, counter return. Sure. Alright, let's pressure with these. Yeah, that was a bad line. I should have waited, or I should have played the Ob Nixilis, because I could have I should have played the Ob Nixilis because I could have then held up Path. And they have Snapcaster to gate, so at this point, I think I'm just passing. Oh, if I ran into Snapcaster to gate last turn, I thought so. I thought I remembered seeing your name before, but I'm really bad at usernames, so. Sphinx's Revelation? Sure. Looking for a Detention Sphere here, probably. They could D-Sphere plus untapped land to play Snap to Gate next turn. Sure, man. You do you. Just make sure we do this just in case we want to use it. And again, I'm leaving these tokens back because I want to make sure these tokens don't, or my Ajani doesn't get tagged by a Snapcaster Mage. And because I have this path, I can start poking him with one. I think I'm just going to be conservative and leave these back. I feel like we're not winning the race on that axis. We just need to, like, dodge Cryptic Command and dodge, Leclerc Randy with the 18-month resubscription. I will not be in Syracuse. Really not playing a lot of Paper Magic. In fact, somebody asked me what my next Paper Magic plans are. I really don't have any. Like, between Magic Online and Hex, like, thoroughly get my competitive outlet playing from home without spewing a bunch of money to travel. Sure, use Snapcasters. This is like the Snap Serum Visions to try and find an answer to this Ajani Vengeant. So they probably have another counterspell at this point. Do we have cards on the board for a control matchup? Not really. I guess not. Rest in Peace isn't even good enough here because our Lingering Souls are better than their Snapcasters. I think we have Fulminator Mages, I suppose. Probably bring in Surgicals for their Snapcasters. So they went bottom. That's good for us. Put a charge counter here. Crack this. Grab a Sacred Foundry. I'm just going to wait one more turn here. They need to hit an answer this turn, otherwise the Ajani's going to take all their lands away. Gain 4 life, draw a card. Yep. Dig for that Detention Sphere Cryptic Command. Dig for it. Dig, dig, dig. Man, could you imagine if I hadn't used this Ajani to kill a Vendilion Click we'd ulted 2 turns ago? Maybe that was wrong. Maybe that was just like our path to victory. This is a donation deck list. I take zero credit or fault if this is bad. Dragon Lord Ojutai. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Put a charge counter. You know what Dragon Lord Ojutai means, fam? Dragon Lord Ojutai means that my opponent is about to have no more lands. Destroy all lands target player controls. Nice control deck, opponent. Nice control deck. Are you trying to control the game? I don't think you are. Alright, and they're actually gonna wasteland me with one of these Ghost Quarters here. I would like to use Ghost Quarters ability. I don't actually have another land for this to get, so no. And now I have to decide what I want to do here. I think I just want to play an Ob Nixilis and start drawing some cards. Chandra attacking it really doesn't do much. I could path this or lock it down with a Ajani. So they're probably... yeah, that's probably fine. Fatso! With the $4.99 second month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Welcome. So by using the Relic this turn, I can't actually cast Chandra next turn. Oh, opponent doesn't want to play anymore. Come back, opponent. Alright, Fulminator Mages. I'm going to board out these Fatal Pushes. And these Damnations. That's probably what's going away. Want anything else out of here? I need one more card to bring in. Maybe leave a Fatal Push for a Snapcaster Mage, potentially. Oh, Blessed Alliance kills... is he Dragon Lord? Sure. Not my deck list. This is a sub-donation deck list stream, so nothing. What is Rare Tier? Oh, they have Detention Sphere, most likely. Rare Tier seems fine. Do you need help? Help, please? Okay, I'll be right back. Rest in peace. I think our Lingering Souls are better than his Snapcaster Mages. I'd be willing to be wrong on that, but that's what I'm going with. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with that our Lingering Souls are better than his Snapcaster Mages. Maybe I'm supposed to Thoughtseize on one there. Maybe I'm supposed to Thoughtseize on one here, because I could, like, counter this now. But I think that's fine if they're countering this. Yep, negate. Our deck is just like mono, you need to counter this, basically. That. Look at that. Doesn't love a good stone rain between friends. I'm gonna shock myself a little bit aggressively here. Because I would prefer... Oh, I should have gotten second white there. Yeah, I should have gotten second white. Should have got a Godless Shrine. Make you click on this stuff, Magic Online. Cut them off of mana. Doesn't love a little stone raining. Look at all the omens on our opponent's side of the board. During their land, God bless. Am I playing this turn? I think so. Double Dragon Lord Ojutai. So I'm going to take this away from them. I'm glad I cast this first. So I'm actually just going to pass the turn here. And the reason why I'm doing that... We did not play with it yesterday. I tweeted a picture of yesterday. If they jam this Dragon Lord Ojutai here, which I think they're likely to do, we're going to path 2 of my spirit tokens here, and we're going to play this Elspeth and down ticket. Cast Rampant Growth. Cast Rampant Growth. Yes. Alright. You think you're the only one that can play messed up standard legal cards? I guess that card's not standard legal anymore, is it? Alright, here's my son's champion. Nice hexproof. Alright. Good talk, good talk. Sure. Hopefully we hit an untapped land and then we get to go Ob Nixilis plus Flashback Lingering Souls. Ours will go Ajani plus Flashback Lingering Souls. That's a tapped land. I was even specific. We were not so lucky. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. That doesn't untap. Go. They have Cryptic Command and 2 cards we don't know. They could Cryptic and kill this Elspeth. They could, like, tap our cards, tap our things, draw a card. Tap all, yep. Deal. So, like, kill one of my Planeswalkers, Dealer's Choice. I probably wouldn't play Modern. I think all the decks in Modern are kind of miserable right now. I don't really like this format a whole ton. Just like, and the first round of this tournament was a great example of, like, why Modern's kind of miserable. It's just like, well, we played against Tron, and our deck can never beat Tron, so we lost when we registered our deck list. Alright, I would like to destroy that one, please. I'd like to make that not untap. I would like to attack you with my dorks. Morning Tracks. Like, Modern's like a fun casual format. Like, I'm having fun. Like, we're slamming sweet planeswalkers into our control opponent who's like questioning their life decisions. Like our opponent. Like, last round we played against Tron and we like, oh man, this sucks. We could never win. And my opponent this round is like, what is my opponent doing? I've got this sweet metagamey blue-white control deck and he's got 6 mana Elspeth in his deck. How do I ever beat a 6 mana Elspeth? It's just like, Modern, on average, it's like a bunch of people beating each other at deck registration. And that's why, like, it's a really popular format among players that are, like, aren't terribly competitive. Because no matter what you're registering in Modern, you're beating somebody at deck registration. Like, even when you're registering, like, a Tier 4 deck, that Tier 4 deck probably has a really slanted matchup against some number of things in Modern. And you're going to slaughter them, and it's going to be fun when you get to slaughter them. Your verdict is supreme, opponent. God, they're giving me an opening to resolve something else that's scary? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Modern's much better than Standard. I think objectively, you can't know that. You can't make that statement overall. Like, Standard changes. Modern just, like, is what it is. Alright, destroy that one. Yeah, land destruction. Land destruction is fun. See, I'm having fun, you know? Like I said, our opponent just can't win. It's a good time for us. Sure, but what I'm saying is it's not about the cards running, it's about the decks that they're hoping to play. It's like, even when their deck is like, I'm gonna beat Grixis Death Shadow, and we're like, haha, joke's on you. I've got a bunch of stupid planeswalkers in my deck. Ooh, they're gonna get out of this, aren't they? They probably have a Snapcaster Mage for that. Gross. I don't plan to play Redlings today. I don't really enjoy playing Redlings as a deck. Oh, opponent. It would be a shame if someone were to take the Snapcaster Mage away from you. And then we're going to lock down this plane so you can't recast that Gideon. Let's flash these back. Let's go ahead and attack you for 2. Alright, did you draw something, or I'm about to take your lands away? What do you think? We having fun yet? I feel like we're having fun. An opponent's 0-2 in this league, so, like, you know, we're about to be 1-1. Hopefully. Yeah, exactly. And like, remember, at the end of the day, like, what I think about Modern should be completely irrelevant to, like, what you think about Modern. Like, you should play, Magic is a game that you should be playing for fun. Even when you're playing Magic at the highest level, you're not, like, making a ton of money. Like, anyone who's actually smart enough to do well at Magic that wants to make money knows that, like, they should make more money going and doing something else. Like, you should play Magic because you enjoy what you're doing. And like I said, I can enjoy playing Modern when it's not spewing my own dollars. Like, this is a donation deck list, so, like, even if we lose the next 3 matches here, like, we had fun playing that one match where we got to dumpster that silly blue-white control deck. So, like, you know, worth reasonable content. Yeah, sure, sign me up. Deck hand needs to hit a couple of lands, but it might do stuff and things. Player tap land on 1, pass the turn. Playing against Edgy 216 here. Ooh, fishy, 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 fishy. Fishy, 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 fishy. That's not even necessarily true. In fact, there's a lot of people that aren't very smart business people that open Magic stores. Look, I don't read usernames right in Twitch chat. What makes you think I'm going to read usernames right here? Yep, I'm spread. Like, look, this is another deck that's just trying to get people. You're, like, hoping to, like, play your unblockable crappers and, like, take them off of their colors. And, like, God bless Coalition Relic, right? Alright, so you're gonna grab a Blood Crypt here. Sure, why not? The problem is that there's a lot of Magic players that open businesses, what you want to be is you want to be a business person opening a Magic store. Like, if you're Pete Hofling, like, or some of the president of Channel Fireball, like, there's money to be made. It's just you have to be a smart business person. You don't automatically make money opening a Magic store by having been someone who loves playing Magic. Like, that's not how that works. And again, if you're really a cute businessman, like, or business person, woman too, like, you probably make more money doing non-magical things. It's just like, you know. Alright. Master. Master! We're just, like, dead because these things are unblockable, right? We haven't drawn any of our removal spells. It's like classic mid-range wrong half problem, right? Like, I've got this, but it doesn't line up well against the threat that my opponent has here. So, like, sure, I can -2/-2 him here, but the problem with that is, like, my opponent cast this and didn't activate this, so they almost certainly have... Yeah, but, like... Okay, yeah, we're probably going to play Ob Nixilis and down ticket, and we're getting there, but, like, the goal of Ob Nixilis is to do more than pay 5 mana, kill target thing, gain 2 life. Like, when your Ob Nixilis is kill target thing, gain 2 life, like, that wasn't a successful Ob Nixilis. That was a sad Ob Nixilis. It's like, I think, like, play a 5 mana, kill your thing, gain 2 life is, like, the line here, but, like, I'm not happy about it. Like, if I wanted to play kill target thing, I would play another 2 or 3 mana spell. So, like, I'm losing tempo here. I'm trading my 5 mana for his 2 mana thing, and only gaining 2 life for the upside. So, not super exciting. Like, if we could block, I'd probably play in Flashback Lingering Souls there, but we can't block. And, like, the problem with Chandra is that, like, this Mutavault will finish off Chandra. So, like... I do have another donation deck list in the tank. It depends on how long this one takes. I don't think I want to play Standard today. I didn't really look at the Standard deck list enough. If we cash a league with this, we might play more than one, because this deck is sweet. But, again, playing another one requires caching. No, I can't draw a card with the Ob Nixilis, because them putting in a Lord here would mean they have 6 power, 9 power, and the Ob Nixilis would die and wouldn't have even been a removal spell. We didn't play Brutality because my opponent had an Aether Vial on 2, and this would have turned into a 3/3 when they put this into play. Because that's how Magic works. Yeah, the Coalition Relic's been pretty good. Hopefully they play another Merfolk or 2 here and we get to sweep things up. Not a Lord of Atlantis, or what, yeah, that idiot. That idiot's annoying. Alright, well, at least we can kill that one, I guess. Hey, we drew a Fatal Push, too. Alright, some things are coming up Millhouse here. So, I think I want black mana here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't Fatal Push this turn. So make a black mana. I'm gonna go ahead and I think Collective Brutality, and we're gonna check for like a Spell Pierce here, I think. I want to escalate this with 2 modes. Yeah, but then Chandra dies to the Master of Waves, and again, you want to get more value out of your Planeswalkers. And like, we're not playing Chandra for a 6 mana pseudo sweeper. Like, that's not how you win the game. That's like a playing to lose line as opposed to a playing to win. Or playing to not lose line. Bulletproof Pope! What's this Magic Digital Next I keep hearing about? Looks kind of like crap. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. Alright, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and flash back this. And we knew we were pretty likely to brick there, right? I think I'm just passing the turn here. I think I want to Fatal Push this inside of combat, so that way I can block the Silvergill Adept, ideally. Although I guess they might lead on Master of Waves, which means they need to kill this in response. Weird. Okay, so we're just being aggressive here. So they played a Mutavault, so we know their hand is Master Island here. This actually puts us in a pretty good spot because they didn't play a Master of Waves this turn. I'm gonna trade here. Take 2. I guess they're gonna get to stick 2 Master of Waves in next turn, but like, I'm gonna get to play this Chandra. 5, 6. Cast this Chandra. I think I just need more cards here. Yeah, I'm just gonna get some new cards because that's exactly what we needed. We needed ways to kill. We needed ways to kill Master of Waves. Yeah, I really think they kicked the ball by not playing a Master of Waves out last turn. Sure, you got a thing. Their hand is double Master of Waves. Sweet. And then putting in a Master of Waves here to make this bigger means that I get to Collective Brutality this one. So we're probably going to win this game now. Ding. The spare deck is great. I use them all the time. I basically use them for every Paper Magic tournament I go to these days. Because I don't play a ton of Paper Magic anymore. Ooh! I found a piece of candy! That's yummy. That's yummy. Oh. I'm gonna have to pay for the Curse Catcher. That's awkward. This was a bad line. I should have just Collective Brutality'd this. And the reason for that is, now, if they ship these 2 Mutavaults into Chandra, they're gonna get to kill her. And if I would have Collective Brutality'd this, I could have Flashback Lingering Souls. I had it in my head that I was gonna get to Flashback Lingering Souls there to defend Chandra from these Mutavaults. Now we're gonna lose Chandra to the Mutavaults. I guess we have their things in check here, kind of. Or, like, we're gonna have Lingering Souls left over. But, like, we'd be in a much better spot if I would have, just Collective Brutality there. Missed the Curse Catcher on board for making me spend another mana, which was a mistake on my part. Don't miss onboard tricks, kids. I don't think we're in a bad. I think we're in a bad spot still, but we're in a less good spot than we could have been because of that mistake. Nah, man, this is a competitive league. This is a donation deck list today, so we're giving them the real testing. Alright, another Coalition Relic, sure. Alright, so we're gonna put this in. We're gonna give this -2/-2. They're gonna put in a Master of Waves. I'm gonna path a Master of Waves. Really? Okay. They're path this during their upkeep, so they have one less untapped land this turn. Not that that really matters. I think I have to trade 2 of these for the Mutavault and then just play a top deck war here. We could lose this game. That's fine, we have all our colors. Like I said, I think we'd be a soft lock to win this game if I'd have sequenced my removal correctly, and like we still had a Chandra on the board and we'd get to like draw extra cards here. So if we end up losing this game, we're not guaranteed to lose this game, but we're pretty far behind here. I think we could have sequenced better to have kept our Chandra alive and won this. Have a Mirror Regery. Looks like a Mirror Regery, yep. Yep. I'm gonna hold this in case we draw another Chandra and could discard it. Don't really need another one at this point. Yep, and can't block these profitably because they are 3/3s. Like, that's not even good. Doesn't deal with the Mutavaults. Dead to Island Walk. Anger of the Gods seems fine. Wear Terror seems fine. Thoughtseize and Inquisitions are not great. They're, like, okay, but not stellar. That's all I want to do. Bring in those 3, trim 3 discard spells. In general, we want more cards to play to the board. Yeah, 10 out of 10. I think we're a very strong favorite to win that game if I Collective Brutality instead of Damnation that turn. Very, very strong favorite to win. Blessed Alliance? Yeah, I guess that could be okay. They just have so many crappers. It plays to the board, though, at least. That's fair. Yeah, it's probably better than a discard spell on average. You don't board your Rampstone out in the deck with 6 mana cards in it. You also don't board the color fixing out against the deck trying to spread us out of the game. Great when they boarded a True Nemesis, right? Sure, man. Alright, we drew a bunch of removal this game. That's good for us. Yep. Another vial, sure. Put a charge counter on that. Another relic. Alright, so color mana am I getting with this? Probably black. I think we're gonna K command, kill this, make them discard a card. I just want to leave the vials alone at this point, I think. Since they have 2 of them, it's basically just card disadvantage. So you discard, shock you. Like basically a 1-for-1. Gonna land out of their hand, sure. Play this out. Why not Ajani plus push on his turn? Because then, like, I have an Ajani that's vulnerable. Ideally, I want the Ajani to be, like, locking something down. Also, when you let your opponent get to their turn, you're going to open yourself up to things like Spell Pierce and Negate and Dispel. Yeah, once they have a second vial, it becomes not worth it to really kill the vials, I think. If they didn't play a second vial there, I probably would have shattered this and shocked the Silvergill Adept, but because they have 2 vials, I don't think that's worthwhile. We have a Relic of Progenitus, enjoy. Guess I'm gonna play this out. Remember that time I said we weren't gonna let them get to their turn? Our counters, our removal still would have been negated. Alright. Alright, well, they don't have a threat. That's good for us. We're gonna go to before damage. That way, if they want to put in a lord, they can put in a lord. Make them sacrifice an attacking thing. Yep. Yeah, you're right. We should totally let them untap before we try to play removal. That's a great idea. I concur. Let them untap before we play removal. Anyone else want to argue with me that we should let them untap before we play removal, ideally? Alright, good. No takers? Maybe I'm supposed to hold that for when we draw Chandra. It's very possible. We're gonna hold future lands for drawing Chandras. That's not what they said. In fact, I could go back and read what they said. They're arguing playing an Ajani, not playing my removal on my turn. So, you know. No, you are wrong, because I can go back and click the deleted message and see what was deleted. So you can go away too if you can't read either. If Magic Online made data available, you'd be able to go and look at what my opponent's playing. It'd be really convenient. So we should technically put charge counters on these. Opponent's just playing a pretty stock Merfolk deck. It does not run Painful Truths. There's links to the deck list below the stream if you're interested in looking at them. No, I'm not arguing with the viewers. I'm just banning them because this isn't a democracy. It's a dictatorship. You don't get to be obnoxious here. Maybe Elspeth can buy us enough time to get to Chandra. This is unblockable because they have a Spreading Seas over here. I think we're actually casting Damnation next turn to take the Silent Walker off the table. We're gonna like swing with our 3 1/1s, cast Damnation, and then make more 1/1s. Attacking me. Yeah, I think we're supposed to Damnation regardless of who they attack here. I forgot to do these, didn't I? Doesn't matter. We're gonna hold this land again in case we draw Chandra. No lord? No lord? Never, never not a lord. Oh, God bless, not a lord. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, they drew another lord. Kira, I guess it could be a Kira. Hey, look at that, not a lord. I play a lord and then hit us for exactly lethal. What are we doing, Kira? What are we doing? Am I through both my Damnations? I'm not. That was the last game we had the other Damnation. Charge it up. I wish this thing had, like, better templating. If it just said, like, if this is untapped when the turn ends, put a counter on it so you don't have to, like, remember to click on it. Ooh, look, and then we drew a Chandra. That's exactly what we wanted. By that I mean we're going to get negated and be a little bit sad, but, you know. Ooh, we didn't get negated. Deck with these. -2. +1. That's Future Sight, right? I think that's Future Sight. All of these cards. Can't put a charge counter on all of them. Can only do all of these for mana. Sure. Let's do black and a white. Then I'm going to 0 my Chandra. Get 3 new ones. So I had a red mana in here. Fuse this. Destroy this. Destroy this. Destroying this one is big game because this is the one that can put Island Walk Lords in at the end of my turn. So that's why we want to take that one off the table as opposed to the 3. I'm just going to leave these back for now. We're just going to tick her up twice more and then she'll go boom. Tick, tick, boom. Island Walk is no longer relevant. Man, are we going to salvage this game? We're trying not to mess this one up. We got two wonderfully large pretty ladies here on the table. You have mastered the Pearl Trident, friend. Thick, that's what the kids say. Look, 6 mana is a lot of mana. They're big girls. They came to party. I'm taking people down. No, I would not recommend taking this to the SCG Invitational. I'd recommend bringing one of the good decks. Probably Eldrazi Tron or Grixis Shadow or Dredge. Affinity, dealer's choice. Pick a playable deck. I'm gonna push this one. Alliance with Kicker, the other one. Or do you think about mono white hate bears? I think Leonin Arbiter is a garbage magic card, and I'd hate registering it. The rest of the deck seems fine. This thing lets you play a 6 mana Planeswalker on turn 4. Lets you play a 6 mana Planeswalker on turn 4. It also fixes your colors. Does a little bit of fixerooning. The mono white deck has a pedigree. Has a history of doing well. I'm gonna throw 3 idiots in front of each of these. I don't have an opinion on the price of magic cards. I don't buy or own magic cards, so I think it'd be wrong for me to have an opinion on how much they cost. That's not true. Magic cards in general are too expensive. Modern and Legacy especially. Standard's fine priced. I think it's obnoxious how much cards in Modern and Legacy cost. Alright, we got a game 3. We got a game 3 around the scoreboard. We're not just getting skunked out of this round. Rephrase, I don't own non-bulk magic cards. The only non-bulk magic cards I own are in frames on my walls. Non-bulk. We'll preference this. Non-bulk. I'm gonna keep this hand. It's got interaction with all of our colors. That's a great draw. I'm gonna shock myself on one here, I think. I think I want to save this to get more red or another duel after they spread me a little bit. Spread them. Curse Catcher, Dispel. Yeah, I think we're just supposed to take their threats here and just, like, play through the disruption. Oh, he didn't even have a land for the spreading season until he drew it. Could beat. I don't think Scapeshift is a particularly good modern deck. Based on results. Hasn't put up a result in a while. That being said, if you want to donate to have me play Scapeshift, I would 10 out of 10 play Scapeshift as a donation deck list because I love playing Scapeshift. It's like one of my favorite archetypes. 10 out of 10, one of my favorite archetypes in Modern. You have a favorite deck builder? No, not really. Probably Chapin once upon a time, but he doesn't really play Magic anymore. So I guess historically speaking, I would go with Chapin. Like the Grixis deck that he played during Scar's RTR era, when Delver was big, was pretty sweet. I'm just gonna Blessed Alliance this next turn, honestly. But stop during my opponent's upkeep here. If they put a 2-drop in, I'm gonna path it during their upkeep. Silvergill Adept, yeah, that's annoying. I'm gonna path this during their upkeep. It's like, I don't want them to have this much pressure on the table. They might not even dispel this. Okay, they are dispelling it, sure. And then I'm gonna go ahead and push this off a cliff. That's why I led on the path there, because they wanted to dispel. I wanted them to not get the land out of the removal. Sure, yeah, have another Aether Vial. So we don't know the last 2 cards in their hand. Love a good relic. I think if he had a Lord, he would have put it in last turn. Yep. Waiting for one of my pretty ladies here. Just windmill slammer off the top. The relic beads will have enough mana to Alliance plus gain some life. Hold on to the Damnation here. I think we're still in the playing lands out phase of the game. Ajani would be fine too. 10 out of 10 would take an Ajani. We're currently 1-1, and this is game 3 of this match. And we punted the first game, so, like, you know, with better play, we'd be 2-1. We're in an okay spot here. If we fled out a little bit, we could be in trouble, but opponent's draw hasn't been spectacular. Target player gains 4 life, target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. Okay, target player gains 4 life. Okay, this one is me. This one is you. We messed that up last time we cast this card. Let's make sure we do this the right way. Yeah, Nagate, sure. There is a link to the deck list below the stream. Big giant button says MTG Decks. You click on that, it's going to take you to a web page that does magical things like show you all of the magic cards in the deck list that we are playing right now. It's pretty, technology's pretty amazing, really. Gotta admit. We have the technology. I'm going to play this out. I'm not going to flash this back because I would like to Damnation if they have a Lord here. This does get punished if they have Relic of Progenitus, but I think that's worth the risk. They could have multiple negates in their hand, too. Keep activating this. Get him in the market to play out another relic. I don't think I'm holding things for Chandra just yet. I think I'd probably start holding lands at this point, but like Relic's a double mana source, so I think it's worth playing out. Sure, you have a thing. Weird that we didn't Lord last turn. Nero with the 17-month resubscription. Welcome back and thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. I'll try and path this because I think you'll need a counterspell if they have one. So either they don't have a counterspell or my read was incorrect. They could have a Master of Waves here, which would be bad for us, because I spent that path. I guess I have the Damnation to clean up a Master. There's my pretty lady. My honey pie, my sugar baby. Come my lady, come my lady. My honey pie, sugar baby. Come my lady, come my lady. Ooh! Yeah, see, they negated... What's up? You want your show? So they negated that other one because they had another negate. You want a different show? August 8th. At Robocar? Are you on bus? No. Robocar? Okay. No, they showed us the gates and dispels. I don't think they're on Unified Will, Hoovis. The extra spreading seas here is actually pretty good because it gives them another, well, that was a great draw. Oh, I forgot to do this, didn't I? That was also a good draw. I'm gonna go ahead and flash this back. I'm gonna pass the turn here because I think their last card is Master of Waves based on how they played this game. Incorrect. Alright. Good job, Hoagland. That's fine. This way we could triple block a Mutavault if they attack in case they have Mirror Redrew. Basically just a little holding pattern until we find one of our pretty ladies. I feel like if there's a Smuggler's Copter in your deck to draw to, you're supposed to, like, have held some of these cards or lands. This has been a long set. My opponent's down to 6 minutes. I'm at 7 minutes. Do I want a Shatter Shock? I don't think I do. I just want to pass the turn here. Yes, I will always play a real deck in exchange for a donation. 10 out of 10. Anything tiered, we will play in exchange for a donation. So. The deck's leaning on Planeswalkers to generate card advantage as opposed to spells like, whatever that card is you just named. Any plans on playing Depth Reanimator? Maybe. It's been one of the more successful decks in Legacy recently. Yes, that offer includes Burn. 110% includes Burn. Burn is a very real deck. Yeah, I think I'm going to Shatter discard at this point. If you are a subscriber, it is $12, because that is the cost of playing a Magic Online League. If you are not a subscriber, it is $20. I reserve the right to not play any donation deck list that is obnoxious or stupid. It's possible I'm supposed to be more aggressive with these. It's also, I think I should have Kolaghan's commanded this sooner, because they had a Smuggler's Copter, they were more inclined to hold lands at that point, so I could have gotten more value out of it. No, 10 out of 10 would play Lantern. I think that deck is actually very interesting. I think it's miserable to play against, but like as long as it's legal in the format, like sure, 10 out of 10 would play Lantern. I'm gonna play this out within the deck. I think I need to hold quite this many things. Maybe I'm not supposed to take the damage from this. It's funny you mentioned Shadowborn Apostate, because there's definitely a Shadowborn Apostate deck in the donation deck list queue right now. Forgot to do those. I'll just get like triple Spell Pierced. You're playing in Hexen. I have a Turbo Psychic Ascension list I want to try out, and then I want to kick the wheels on a, the Sapphire Diamond, Sockets deck that's been putting up some results on the ladder. Alright, maybe I'm not supposed to flash it back. I don't know, they're probably getting pretty close to finding a relic if they have one in their deck, so let's just start clocking them now. Now that we found another Lingering Souls, we can actually just kill them. Sure, you have a cure. Things that my spirits don't... I guess I can't attack into it. That kind of sucks. I played through the campaign stuff a little bit. I wanted to make sure that I actually enjoyed the game before I bought a deck. I played the campaign for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then ended up just putting some dollars in. Let's go ahead and do white and black here. I'm going to plus my Ajani on this Kira to break her shield. I'm going to go ahead and send her on a path. Oh, I already have white mana floating. And send her on a path. You have a Master of Waves? Nope. Alright. Cute bluff. Exterminator! Your choice. Lantern, Escape Shift, or Black Green X. Oh, baby, someone put money in the Escape Shift machine. 0 out of 10 cannot turn down Dirtling with Escape Shift. Do you have preference on Escape Shifts? Rug. Whoa! I meant to attack with that. Magic Online is quality software. Meant to attack with that one. I think we still have enough for lethal next turn. Yeah, the Ajani does extra damage. Alright, I'm going to put Escape Shift on the queue. Who doesn't love a good have no preference. Sweet. Well, we're 10 out of 10 going to put Escape Shift on the donation deck list. Cute. Now, it will not be Red-Green Breach Shift. I think that version is boring. When someone else paid for the league, we're playing something sweet. Yeah, good call. I got 3 minutes. He's at 9. We're fine. It's 10 out of 10 gonna bring delights at it. Opponent said GG's and thanks for the match. Alright, look at that. We're 2-1. We're 2-1, fam. Living the dream. We lost the unwinnable and have then bested 2 more opponents. We are a single match win from being awarded treasure chests with our Mardu Planeswalkers. So, the biggest reason to play a 4-color Scapeshift deck is that you get to play 4 Cryptic Commands and not feel bad about it because you get to cast Cryptic Command on turn 3. As a Cryptic Command-aholic, I enjoy playing Scapeshift. I would even play a Collected Company deck. I have played Collected Company before. I top 32'd an Open with the card Collected Company in my deck. Now, that Collected Company was accompanied by Savage Knuckleblades and Mantis Rider, so, like, it was probably the sweetest Collected Company deck anyone's ever registered, but I did top 32 and Open with Collected Company. Just so everything's above the board and people know what's going on here. This is a donation deck list stream, so one of my subscribers, Griffin's in there in chat, they sent us $12, which is the cost of playing a Magic Online League, and we are battling their deck list verbatim through this Magic Online League. So I do not have thoughts or opinions on any of the card selection here to start. This card's been great, just so everything's above the board. Like, it seems like this card kind of makes these 6-mana Planeswalkers playable. Chandra and Elspeth, like, Elspeth has always been one of my favorite cards about it. I think she's very powerful. Chandra is just like, 6-mana Planeswalkers are great. That's why they cost 6 mana. That was standard. Was when, during a time, yeah, that sounds fine. Need some mana, but that sounds fine otherwise. It was during a time when, what was the big deck? I'm blanking. The Rally the Ancestors was the deck to beat. Do you want some Cheerios? Do you want some Cheerios? Is your bowl down here? No. Did all of our bowls go upstairs? Alright, I think I have to go get a bowl to get some Cheerios for the kids. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go. Kids need Cheerios and all the bowls are upstairs. So, BRB. Y'all go in the tank and discuss what we're supposed to take here. Feel free. Alright, for those who are unaware, I'm not even looking at chat. You always take the Snapcaster Mage. You know, if your choice is between the spell and the Snapcaster Mage is going to snap back the spell, you just take the Snapcaster Mage so they get the spell and a 2-1. Just so everything's above the board. Unless you're going to, like, kill them before they play the Snapcaster Mage. Classic opponent. Using the one land we didn't know about. God bless. Land. Right? That's almost a land. That means if we hit a land next turn, we'll be happy. Thank you for waiting. Sorry for the delay. For those of you who are new and unaware, I am a father of 2. I have Jacob and Declan, who are some of my wonderful emotes. Jacob is 3 and Declan is 2. They are great. Wonderful tiny children. Wonderful loud tiny children. Let me get this. I'm getting this untapped. I feel like we're just going to hit a land here. That's kind of a land. Not really. Watch this brick. Alright, well, we hit a thing at least. We have Gavany Township, Overgrown Tomb Forest. Bricking on land feels bad, but that's what it is. Do I want to take a hit for 3 here? I feel like I don't. I feel like I'm just going to burn this path, take one of their combo pieces off the table at this point. The opponent's combo deck is very difficult to click through on Magic Online. In fact, there's a video of me somewhere on the internet swearing a bunch. Can I get a witness? Yep. This is probably going to get back another witness. Yep. Actually, adding more power to the table. Please, land. Ding. So now it'll be interesting to see if they play out this other witness or if they just Gavany Township and then smash. Alright, if we hit an untapped land turn, we get to Chandra and clear their board, which would be great. If we miss on the land... Let's just hit the land. That's unfortunate. I think I'm gonna Lingering Souls here. Yeah, I'm gonna Lingering Souls and try and get one more card out of this Damnation, I think. Can do some Chumparoonieing next turn. Pretty good. I need to draw a card with that. Untapped land, please. Untapped land, please. Untapped land, please. Sure. We miss a point of damage doing it this way, but this gives us a chance to cast the Chandra next turn because we'll get to put a counter on the Coalition Relic by using the mana here. So they get to activate the Duskwatch Recruiter, but I'm pretty sure we need to just clean up here. And they find a... Survey says, Devoted Druid, sure. So long board. Born in Davis Davidson. So I assume a Devoted Druid is coming down. Can I get... Oh, right. We know they have a witness. So they're just going to, like, witness. Gosh, that's annoying. Can we just draw a land, an untapped land, so my pretty lady can come into play? Oh, we're getting a... Oh, that's not good. That means they drew Collected Company, right? Maybe not. Oh, sure. Okay, that makes sense. It's like, why did they get a fetch land? Renegade Railer makes sense. So we know they have Devoted Druid and then X in their hand. Alright, untapped land and we probably just can't lose. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Alright, I just can't lose has been declared. We're certainly going to lose now. Whee! Alright. 2 damages, 2 defense, 1 defense, 2 defense. Boop. Boop. It's a nice board you got there. I mean, damn shame if something were to happen to it. It's nice. Wonderful, wonderful board you have there, opponent. Let's push that off a cliff. Board, meet Chandra. Chandra, board. Man, coffee's for closer, and Chandra, she's getting herself a cup of joe. She is just like slamming the door shut. Ah, the old kitchen links. Should take 4 new ones, I think. These aren't particularly good. I think we're just going to take like 5 new ones next turn. So I'm going to play this land out. Actually, I probably should have played the Relic, right? The Relic's like marginally better. Godless Shrine here. Put a counter on this. Yeah, okay. Alright. Red. Dupe dupe. Start locking this down. I think I want to leave the Spirit back in the event of Collected Company here. In event of Collected Company, break glass. Huh. I have to kill that one, right? I get to draw a card here, but that's fine. And that's like, for decisions like that, like even if the collecting company doesn't happen there, like you have to weigh like, is this 1 point of damage worth the potential downside of like losing my planeswalker? And the answer to that question is like almost certainly no. So like just leaving the spirit back and not getting the point of damage in is ideal. They find an Eternal Witness here, we could be in a little bit of trouble. I guess Chandra's, we're going to see 4 more cards next turn. Oh, lordy. Huh. God, we could lose this game, huh? That Walking Ballista is going to kill the Chandra. Yep. And this is going to get to deal 1 damage to my Chandra. This can deal with this. But then, like, we're not in a good spot because of these 2 on the board still. Need to kill this, because otherwise... Oh, this trades with this, right? I think I'm supposed to do this, because otherwise they're just going to, like, make it big enough that I'm not going to be able to do anything else. And I'm not quite just dead here, but we're getting pretty close. I'm going to play this out so we have 2 more mana in case we draw a Chandra for next turn. Or an Elspeth. This Shambling Vent has to jump in front of this Kitchen Finks. We can't lose to this spot engaged, right? Casual drew like what, like 12 extra cards this game and are gonna get a brick off and die. I've not. In fact, based on people that I've talked to, like I ran a couple of polls based on what content people want to say. I don't think I'm gonna be playing Standard until after things rotate. People just like aren't really interested in Standard content. People would much rather watch the People's format or Legacy. These buy us a lot of time. This was the problem, right? Like, we drew a bunch of cards, but we only had 1 Lingering Souls in the top half of our deck, and we didn't have an Elspeth either, so, like, we really kind of lacked a way to close the game out. Yeah, I agree. Anger and Rip will be useful. I don't think this matchup... I think this matchup's probably fine for us on average, but this game we're just getting ground a little bit because we weren't able to close after we had our disruption, basically, is what happened. How do you get Platinum and Hex without purchasing it? You can trade with other players. So, at this point, I think we're a pretty strong favorite to lose this game. But because my opponent's playing a kind of click-intensive combo deck, like, they're down a minute on their clock right now. And they actually started this game with 3 minutes for free on their clock because Escalate with 2 boats. Because I had to go get the kids something to eat. So, they are playing slowly, so I'm going to make them actually kill us because they're taking their sweet time. You know, maybe we could race. I'm going to send 2 tokens in here. Yep, we're just turtling their clock. This is a competitive league. You know, if we win this match, we get 12 bucks and a treasure chest, so. The clock is part of the game. It's actually a great part of the game. Like, the fact that there's no draws like in paper is so great. I have another Damnation. No, I have exactly 1 more Chandra as a sweeper in my deck. They have Fiend Hunter here to void my Spirit Token and attack me for lethal next turn. Also, I'm going to ban you for saying dick move. Because that's an actual dick move. An actual dick move is going like this and saying get out of my channel. If you don't like how Magic is played, don't play Magic. It's part of Magic Online. The clock is part of Magic Online. Priority passes too much in paper Magic to make the clock a reasonable, personal, like, chess clock type things feasible, I think. Can they activate both Gavity Townships here? I think they can, right? Yep, we're dead to the double Gavity. And they missed it. Alright, God bless. I guess I had a card in my hand. Oh yeah, Elspeth would have been good too, right? Elspeth would have just been like a bunch of blockers indefinitely, and then she'd eventually like kick them in the deck when she ultimated. All right, to the sideboard. Brutality's pretty good. I think Kolaghan's command's a little bit too awkward. Hazoret seems clunky. Johnny's probably fine. I want the Rest in Pieces. I want the Anger of the Gods. So I only need to trim 1 more card. I think I can trim some of this discard, maybe an Inquisition. I think I need some of the discard to break up Eternal Witnesses and Eternal Witness loops. Yeah, as someone, so like, I've played, in the last 4 years of my life, I haven't played a lot this year, but between 2014, 2015, and 2016, I played about 1,300 sanctioned matches of Magic. In 1,300 sanctioned matches of Magic at competitive REL across 3 years, I had less than 10 unintentional draws. I play Magic very quickly. So, like, this deck doesn't play Porphyros because it's never going to be active, right? We don't have that many tokens. How does my opponent ever run out of time? It doesn't happen to me, so it can't happen. God, TCG players are the most, like, they should just call TCG, it should be confirmation bias the gathering. Because that is basically what TCG players are. Just like super, super confirmation bias. Just like, this thing happened, so it probably happens a lot. Kolaghan's command is marginally better than Thoughtseize, I think. Just because, like, it kills things. Yeah, let's do this, I think. Thoughts, opinions, feeling. I think this is good. I mean, like, even just take this game as an example. Like, if we play a second game that went as long as this first one, my opponent's going to have 3 minutes on their clock for a third game. And the only reason, like, my clock is anywhere close to where my opponent's clock is because I took 3 minutes to go get a snack for my kid at the start of this round. This card makes 2 mana. It's great. Lets you cast a 6 mana Planeswalker on turn 4. Maybe, depending on... I don't know if we're going to have time. These matches actually ran a little bit long. We usually start Hex about 10:30. I plan to finish this league, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see where the time ends up. You're supposed to get Sacred Foundry there? Probably supposed to get Sacred Foundry there. Sure. Land is nice. I'm just gonna play this and flashback Legrig Souls, I think. That requires black mana to do. What do you need, buddy?
Help.
Help with what? Can you show me? Oh, right. There's another combo here, right? I'm dumb. I'm dumb. It's been a while since I've played Modern. You're right. I should have killed one of these things. I should have shattered this and shocked them. I'm gonna make my opponent kill me. They can't actually go infinite on Magic Online, and we can kill them through this, so I'm gonna make them do their thing. I'm gonna auto pass and let them do their thing. We're not actually dead because Magic Online. In paper, we'd be dead, but it's Magic Online, so it's fine. He doesn't have a guaranteed win. He's only going to gain somewhere between 100 and 200 life before he gets bored of clicking. And then I'm going to be able to kill all of the things that he plays, play an Anger of the Gods or Rest in Peace, and then, like, beat them down with 4 Spirit tokens at a time. Look at that, they're only at 71 life and they're already bored of clicking. So, like, sure. This is nowhere near a guaranteed win. Because I could actually attack them to death. Speaking as someone who's, like, attacked these people to death from, like, 100 life before, 71 is whatever, 200 life? Yes, they get the single best card in their deck on top. You're not incorrect. Alright, kill that one. Play this. That doesn't untap. Go. Selfless Spirit, sure. That doesn't seem particularly great. Get some more mana here. Pass the turn. We're going to kill all their lands at some point this game. It's going to be great. UV Devoted Druid, sure. Charge counter. Charge counter. Fatal push this. Our goal is to not path them because we don't want them to... Oh, look, a Rest in Peace. That seems pretty good. Black, red. Remember that time I was like, we'll just draw a Rest in Peace and grind them out? God, Magic's great. Alright, that doesn't untap. Call against command. Target player discards a card. Shock that. Yes, and dead slap. Oh, yeah. We're teaching our opponent why they shouldn't play their deck on Magic Online, Jacob. Deal. Rest in pieces, Mr. Kitchen Finks. Look, you can't play the opponent's deck on Magic Online if this is going to tilt you. You're just like gonna be constantly tilted. You just can't play. That's why I don't play the deck that my opponent's playing on Magic Online. We played it once. We like quit halfway through the league. I'm just like, nope, we're done. Done with this nonsense. I'm gonna hold on to this in case we draw Chandra. I think I'm going to try and get this Ajani to 8. It feels like I can get this Ajani to 8. It's funny, I had an opponent in paper one time. They're like, alright, gain infinite life. I was like, alright. They're like, well, you're dead, right? The game's done. I was like, well, no, I'm going to kill you. They're like, what? I was playing Kiki Chord, like I untapped and killed them. It was really funny. Correct. We want to path in the turn we use the Ajani. Oh, look, is that one good? Anyone know if that one's good? I feel like the jury might be out on if that one's good or not. Nope, the jury's in. The jury's in and she's good. She's good! She's good! Alright, let's attack with these two spirits. Remember that time people said I couldn't win? Remember that time the chat said I should concede? Come on, chat. Chat, this is why you don't concede, chat. 69. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I think we're doing it. Alright, -2. Oh, they're going to 0. They are 10 out of 10 going to 0. What a dick trying to win, right? That one doesn't untap. This isn't paper Magic. Magic Online is a different game than paper Magic. And if you think otherwise, you're stupid. This is a different game than Magic the Gathering and paper. A fundamentally different game. There are a lot of things that are different about Magic Online versus paper. And this is just, you know, you have to understand that. I'm sure I just offended someone by telling them they're stupid, but you are. Alright. Alright. They did just play their 4th land into the Ajani. I mean, they're dead either way, right? Like, they can hold that land and still lose. This is a different game. You play with some of the same pictures, but the rules of the game you're playing are different. Yep. Interaction, rest in peace, lands, sign me up. I think I'm going to lead on this on 1, because I would like to path a Devoted Druid if they have it, and then curve into rest in peace. I beat them too quickly, right? I prefer Magic Online in general. I think playing on the computer is infinitely more convenient than playing in paper. Setting ourselves up for turn 4 Elspeth here. Like, not having to worry about people cheating against me is such a huge upside to playing Magic Online. Like, the fact that you have to be vigilant for cheaters really sours a paper Magic experience. Yeah, the shuffling, like, Magic Online has its quirks, but there are a lot of upsides to playing Magic on the computer. How's the deck playing? We are 2-1 and in game 3 of this 4th round. So opponent's going to gather their company here. What are some ways you enjoy Hex PvE? I really don't play a lot of PvE in Hex. Double Devoted Druid. Alright, well they're gonna have all the mana. We're probably dead here. I think they have enough time to kill us with 6 minutes left. They conceded the second game at a good point. Yep, so they have infinite mana. Need more Cheerios? Where did Dad put the bag of Cheerios? Oh. If you path the this is good example for people. If you path the Visor, they just untap again in response. So they had to hit double Devoted on that Collected Company. I mean, Kiki Chord was never playable, so I don't think it's any more or less playable now than it was, you know, a year ago. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't own any Magic cards, so, like, me owning Kiki Chord or not doesn't really affect its playability. It wasn't playable when I owned it. You want some more? You want Cheerios or fish? Cheerios? Sure. I'm slightly above average at Magic, which means that a lot of the time I was just playing better Magic than my opponents. Alright, 2 and 2. See if we can crawl up onto our cash in the league. Yeah, I'm not Hex support, so I've never had an issue buying Platinum. I said why I prefer MTGO Junglebot. I don't have to worry about cheaters. I don't have to worry about people slow playing to force a draw when I'm playing quickly. Lots of things to love about Magic Online versus paper. The bugs are not one of them. The bugs are not something to love about Magic Online, but, you know, there's plenty of other upsides. Alright, some robots here, huh? Slow play is subjective, and if your opponent's been slow playing long enough for you to call a judge, and when you call it, so 99% of people that play slowly are going to play faster when you call a judge, and they're not actually going to get a warning for it, because they're now playing faster because the judge is there. Is that a good hand? I can't tell. They played all 8, right? That's 4. No, they mulliganed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They played all 7. Do you want some more Cheerios? Yeah. You have Cheerios. We have 2K commands in the main. I think I'm just passing this one. I take an extra hit this turn, but yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to path this one and then take 0 this turn. Yeah, that's probably what's supposed to happen. That's probably just gonna kill us. Need to draw like exactly Kolaghan's command. I guess I have to kill all their things anyways, so maybe I'm just not supposed to take damage that turn. That's probably correct. So we're going to take 8 this turn down to 5, and then be dead the following turn unless we draw exactly Kolaghan's command. And if I'd have had one more turn, I'd have been able to draw with this. This matchup's probably fine for us on average. It's just like, again, these mid-range decks just have like the wrong half problem. Like we drew our clunky Planeswalkers instead of like our Lingering Souls and our Kolaghan's commands. Alright, yeah. I would like to make a black mana here. Huh. I can actually Damnation and then Fatal Push now, right? Sure. Let's do it. Just say that they draw Etch Champion and we die. I've read this book before. Oh. Let's do that, I guess. On the off chance we draw a K command or a second Damnation. Alright, dead. Anger's fine. Wear Tear's fine. Blessed Alliance kills Etch Champion, I guess. Probably just don't want these discard spells. So I probably want the discard spells slightly more than, like, Ob Nixilis. Hazoret. I think I'll leave these 3 walkers in as win conditions. You can literally look that up. Google it. Look up the MTGO challenge events and look up league pricing. The metric that you need to know is that treasure chests are worth $2.3 each. Yeah, so that game put in Fulminator. I don't know if Fulminator's that good. I guess it kills the creature lands, but I've got a lot of ways to kill the creature lands. So I don't think Fulminator's that fantastic on average. If I would have killed the right thing on the first turn of the game, we probably would have won that game, because I wouldn't have had to... If I would have killed the right thing, I wouldn't have had to... Damnation when I did, and then I would have been able to Damnation when they drew the Etch Champion. Elspeth kills them. You need to actually kill your opponent. You can't just, like, sit there and, like, kill their things. I don't think Thoughtseize is particularly good. I'm not willing to lose life to take a card out of their hand on average, especially when it's going to be a bad top deck in the late game. Elspeth enters champion if it has plating on it that is correct. That out of there. I disagree with you. That is why I didn't do what you are suggesting. I dropped Chandra. Get out of here, people. You have to kill your opponent. You can't just sit here and do nothing. Holy crap. Magic's tough. Magic's tough. You don't beat the combo deck by just playing Disruption. You beat the combo deck by actually killing them after the fact. You have to disrupt a little and then actually kill them. Have to actually kill your opponent. Maybe I was supposed to shock for another black source so I could Souls Plus push this turn. I'm probably just cake betting anyways, though, so it's like, eh. This Elspeth is fine. Worth noting, this Elspeth, better than Thoughtseize would be right now. Weird. Weird. Better than Thoughtseize? Yep, seems better than Thoughtseize. They could realistically have Blood Moon, you're not wrong. Worth noting, the Elspeth is about the same as Fulminator Mage here. Doesn't do anything. I was watching a match at an open one time, and it was Affinity versus Jeskai Control, and both players had... Both Jeskai and Affinity had Blood Moon on the table, and I was just like, alright, somebody here really messed up. Just like, when both players blooded in Blood Moon, they probably both messed up, but at least one of them certainly did. Johnny boy with the new subscription. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. Man, we're in the 5th match and I haven't done a plug yet today. I'm going to cut and plug now while we're in the middle of a match. Thank you everyone for watching here today. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm the person that's banning the obnoxious people in chat instead of dealing with them like, you know, a lot of people do on Twitch. If you're enjoying what you see, please consider showing me a little bit of support by using that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. We're all TCG players here, and you're probably going to buy some of the stuff anyway. So if you're going to buy Magic Online cards, do so with mtgotraders.com using code Hoagland PayPal to save 8% on your singles orders using PayPal. InkedGaming.com can help you customize your gaming experience. They do play mats and mouse pads and sleeves and stuff like that. And finally, Spare Deck. People often ask me why I don't own Magic cards. Spare Deck will rent you physical Magic cards. Any standard or modern deck you can rent from Spare Deck for a weekend or up to an entire month. Anywho, back to the Magic now that we're doing this. Yeah, I'm just going to flash back this other lingering kill. Someone asked why I didn't play the K command there, because I really don't care about the plating just yet. I want to just, like, put pressure on the table, I think. I didn't actually think they'd block there, but more power to them. Thoughtseizes and we lost the K command. That's sad. We're probably still fine, right? We got a bunch of flying power. Right, Marty? Actually, as someone who's been streaming Hex for a long time consistently, I can still count on one hand the number of people that I've had to ban during Hex streams. It's 4. It's 4. We're getting close. We're getting close to not being able to count it on one hand. That entire pile of spirits was clicked, right? That's like the second time today I've like clicked on a bunch of spirits and then like one of the ones I wanted to attack with didn't attack. I have to go back and check that recording. I didn't want to attack with all. I wanted to leave one of them back. It left 2 of them back. A true side. You're right. You're not wrong. Like, the bigger a game is, the more trolls to be had. Look at that. Motobug worked out for us. There's like trading an Inkmoth for 2 of our dorks. That's fine. Grab a Blood Crypt here in case we draw Chandra. Alright, here's a pro tip for anybody that wants to be a dick on Twitter. If you're going to be a dick on Twitter, at least make sure to follow me before you're rude. Because if you're not even upping my follower count, I'm just going to block you on Twitter. And I'm just not even going to consider responding. Just like, come on. If you're not at least doing me a solid and buffing my follow count, like, why should I put up with you? Kill that one. Kind of punished for pulling the trigger on the Fatal Push when I did there, because I would have rather Brutality as Steel Overseer, I think. Someone that we banned on Twitch decided to complain about it on Twitter. It's pretty good. That did it again. That showed all of them that time, right? I didn't even click. I even stopped clicking at the end there. Could someone clip that one too? Because I paused at the end. I paused at the end and they were all highlighted before I clicked OK. I gain life, you sack a guy. Thank you. No, we had that happen during a match that we lost too, so we're fine. Alright, we got them all that time. Are you happy with how I boarded? I think I'm happy with how I boarded. Yeah, I don't want this card. I just want to actually kill them. Yeah, Affinity's great. Is this hand keepable? This probably isn't keepable, right? They're just gonna like spew their hand and I'm not gonna have any interaction. This hand's much better. Much better. Bottom, a non-land. It's borderline because of their mulligan, I agree. I think if we had that on 6 with like one less card, we'd probably keep it. Like with a Scribe, but I think we could do better at 6 on average. Did I give them an activation with this? I feel like I'm supposed to just give them an activation with this. I could let them put counters on their Ink Moths, though, which kind of sucks. I guess I could just Fatal Push an Ink Moth if they attack with it. Killing this cuts them off of mana on the Opal. I think I'm just supposed to give them the activation. Anyone else? Thoughts? I have a second to think about this. Yep. This is great for us. Okay, sweet. Alright, real question. Do you shatter discard, or do you wait to shatter shock? I think I'm just supposed to shatter discard to guarantee this resolves because of the spell pierces people were talking about. I think that's a very real possibility. You guys want to take care of this now. It cuts them off of mana for this opal. Declan Scott. Shatter Shock is better because it rolls off the tongue, right? Kids, man, let me tell you. Bolt Scourge, sure. I mean, no one wants to hear me yell at my child, right? He's a little turd. Sorry I didn't get it right away. Why no attack with Vent? Because I'm bad, Burgle. We should have attacked with a Vent there, you're right. It was a free hit. Can spot check for a spell pierce now. It's a good draw. Deal. Whoa! Let's not miss the stack this time. Have a path for the Seekmoth Nexus. We're not dead even if they rip a spell pierce. And just people that are persistent, just like, I told you I disagree with you. I told you why I disagree with you. There's no reason for you to keep messaging in chat and then message me on Twitter and then message me everywhere else. Like, come on, bud. I told you why I disagree with you. And you're welcome to not sway your opinion based on what I've said. But what you are not welcome to do is to continue spamming. Because if you continue saying the same thing over and over again after I've told you I disagree with you, you're just wasting space in chat, and I'm going to ban you for that. Because like we don't need to see that. You are not required to change your opinion to one that agrees with me. What you are required to do is not spam my chat. That's the TLDR. I think I want to activate this. Yeah, probably. I'm a moderately reasonable individual. Just like... Oh, and we clicked through my attack step. Because I thought I was in my main phase. Good stuff. Magic Online. So, one of the little... It's really the little things, if you've never played Hex TCG, that make it great. On Hex, you can't click through your attack step. It is actually fucking impossible to click through your attack step in Hex because your normal auto-pass hotkey doesn't skip through declare attackers or declare blockers. Because Hex was written by software developers that understand the elegance of user interface design. It's really not that complicated. Just like, you know, you should make the interface do things that prevent the user from making common mistakes. Like, clicking through your attack step is a common mistake. The only way you can click through your attack step by mistake on Hex is if you don't have the default safety catch enabled. So... I guess if you mess up your settings and make them mirror Magic Online, you could click through your attack step on Hex. That's fair. Yeah, right? And it's funny, Hex published numbers when they broke away from GameForge. They're like, we spent $25 million developing Hex over the course of like the last 4 or 5 years or however long Hex has been around for. And it's like, well, $25 million to build Hex. And it's like, Magic Online probably makes more than $25 million in a year. So, you know. All right, looks like we're going to make it out of 3-2 here. Waiting on our opponent. Waiting on our opponent. Waiting on our opponent. Probably trying to figure out how screwed they are. Thoughtseize could have been attacking our opponent for 6-12 full turns ago, right? Alright, let's plus you. Gonna leave back one spirit this time. Let's attack with all and then unclick this one. Yeah, Magic Online, there is no arguing. Like, the reason why people say, like, well, if you don't like it, why are you here? It's like, Magic Online is the most convenient way to play Magic, period. It's definitely the best way to play Magic on the computer, and it's the most convenient way to play Magic out of all forms of playing Magic. It's actually lethal rate. Just, like, go to 0. Yay! We went 3-2, and we got our points, and we hit a Magic Online bug, so hopefully they'll comp the league, you know? Details, details, details. It's not for everyone. I agree, it's not for everyone. But so this deck seems sweet. Thoughts on this deck. Ob Nixilis seems like he's a little medium. I'm not sure I would play Ob Nixilis again. Chandra and Elspeth both really overperformed. So I think I might honestly... Oh, you want goldfish? I think I would honestly play... more Elspeth, more Chandra. Yeah, Hazoret never did anything. I think I wouldn't hate some amount of... Liliana the Veil could be okay. I think I wouldn't hate some amount of creatures that Kolaghan's command can get back, like some kind of value creature in here. A Nahiri Emrakul package could be really good. Nahiri's kind of flexible removal, so I think that could be fine.